Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Stay with me. We've got a good report today. We'll start in 2 minutes. Good morning. Let everybody get populated in here. Broadcasting live on both YouTube and Instagram. If you would prefer to watch the horizontal format over at YouTube, you're welcome to jump over there. It's at Student Alpha. Good morning, Morgan, over on YouTube. Good job, Owen. You owe me a beer when we meet, Owen. Good morning, guys. Questions, tickers, throw in the comment box. We'll start shortly. Good morning, Evie. It's all good, Owen. Just bring 50 of your closest friends to my VIP group. We'll start in 30 seconds, guys. Let everybody get populated. Any questions, tickers, throw them down there on the in the comment box. Good morning, Evie. All right, let's get fired up, guys. Data drop today. As you can see, core PPI, September 2.6 versus 2.7, 0.1 versus 0.2, 2.6 versus 2.7, and then even on year over year. So you can see the numbers there. What those implications are is right here. Right? So with the numbers coming in under expectations, there's now an 87% chance of a rate cut in December, which is bullish for markets. Although we ran up a little bit and sold off. I do know it's bullish for metals, so you can see the metals are running. Right, everything's happening like I had anticipated in terms of metals running. So let's get into the report. If you have questions or tickers, you can throw them in the comment box as I get through this. And we do have a pre-market volume leader today, guys. All right, let's get into the S&P 500. Let me move my screen for those viewing it so you can see. Oops. Let me do this so you guys can see the prices. There you go. I want you to be able to see the prices. I think that's important. All right. Again, welcome. Questions, comments, questions or tickers, so in the comment box. All right, MES, that's the S&P 500, guys. Open price 67.30. High a day 67.33. The algorithm sets these. That's going to be important. Low a day 67.01. Resistance at high a day in 67.90. Support at low a day in 66.25. We're long above our white line at 67.07. Our next long read should be pretty clean to be a VWAP break into that primary cross right there. So that's what we're going to be looking for in my war room. So we like price suppression here because that gives us a clean read. All right. Trading system inversion levels are 7,000 and below us 6,500. RTY M2K, folks, that's the Russell 2000. Likes to do its own thing. However, let's talk about the levels. Let me adjust this so you... If I can get it to quit drawing on my screen. There we go. Adjust it so it's a little bigger so you folks eyeballing that can see it. All right, so these are Z. Guys, listen, ES and RTY are still Z contracts. Those are December. We're probably going to trade those through the end of the week. All right. Others have rolled over. Open price 24.12, high day 24.34. We're right there. Algorithmic high. If you don't know what algorithmic high means or its implications, come to my war room. I teach this stuff. Resistance, low day was 24.11. Resistance at high day and then 24.90 above us if it runs. Support at low day and 23.7 to bias along above the white line at 23. or 24.14. Next read incoming, folks. VWAP test, and then confirmation of the read. That would be a split entry. If you don't know what split entry is, trade with me. We have like 4 solid setups we use. All right. Gold. Everybody wants to talk about gold. Let's talk about gold. Gosh dang it. You think I could drive this car? There we go. Guys, we have rolled over. Can you see that? February contracts, and they're mildly into backwardation by a couple points. It's not deep enough for me to consider it backwardation. Won't even talk about it, but you'll see that in the pricing, because in the underlier, you got to add 4 to know where XAU is. So gold. So it's almost par with XAU, guys. So a lot of you guys trade XAU. Just listen to my numbers. Open price 41.71, high day 41.89, low day at 41.42. Resistance at high day in 42.50. We would have to break 42 to do that. So there is resistance at 4,200 as well. Support at low day in 4,100. Low day would have to break, which is, you can see this was a pretty strong V reversal here, twice setting lower lows. The beta is picked up though in gold. Watch yourself. All right. The bias along above 41.50. That is a mild buy zone as well. You can see it right in pricing. And then gold trade to system mean reversion levels are 4,400 and 39.50. The next buy, guys, stay tuned, is right there, right? So this will probably be a split entry as well. There we go. Gonna be up in there. All right, come to my war room. You can do it for free. Trade it with me. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You afraid of making money? Is that why you're not in my war room? You don't like making money? Perhaps. All right, guys. It's a short trading week with the holidays. As I get silver prepped out, chart a little cleaner. I got to mess with them because of the view for Instagram for you guys. Less screen real estate. There you go. See Parts Finder? I've made Parts Finder about 15 grand over the last day. And you guys won't spend $199 to trade with me? All right. So XAG, we are in backwardation for the underlying. You got to add 27 cents to these numbers. Open price 51.82, high day 52.20, low day 51.08. Resistance at high day in 52.90. Okay, that 53 diamond or zone, same thing. Support at low day in 50.50. The bias long above 51.32 here. The daily's long. Mean reversion levels are 50 and 50. We're going to get that same read we're looking for in gold, guys. But bang is what we want. Split entry trade. Partial. Okay, so we're going to have to downshift off this. We'll talk about it in my war room. I'm going to definitely help my traders today make some money in this short week. Platinum. Let's get into it. All right, platinum's doing the exact same thing. All the metals are going to give the same read, folks. Right? Even if we break that VWAP and then price bounce, crossing the VWAP, that is signal like that, right? Trading with me, you'll know. All right. I also teach this. I have this all mapped out for everybody who comes to my war room, right? I drive the bus. Your bus driver here. I prefer airplane pilot. Your pilot here. All right. Reporting for duty. All right, so platinum, our F26 contracts. Real quick, guys. Gold, we're using G contracts, which is February, and in silver, we're using H contracts, which are March. Platinum, we're using F, which is not February. It's January. I know. It's confusing. All right, for the underlier and platinum, subtract 13. If you have any questions or tickers, throw them down in the comment box. Anyway, open price 15.61, high day 15.75, low day 15.40, resistance at high day in 1600, support at low day in 15.30, bias is long above 15.57, and our read is coming in the same as others. The daily is still short. How do you like this swing call that I said buy 1500? You guys are happy. Your wallets are fat if you bought with me. Trying to run this bad boy to TP1 at 1600 or TP2 near 1700. 9-month oscillators have cooled off. Guys, they were at over 60. I said there's going to be a correction within the next 24 to 48 hours, and sure enough, it was almost immediately. Right? That's why we said buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. I put a video out talking about dip buying opportunities. You hang out with me long enough. VIX is at 20 and it will cool today. Right? But 20 starts selling, below 20 in the teens, down to 10 and lower is all buying in the markets. All right, let's talk about my swing trades, and I'll start answering your tickers if you throw them down there. And then we'll talk about my pre-market volume leader. Tesla's at 414. Support at 400, resistance at 490. Nvidia's dropping, guys. It's 173. It got some challenging news in the fact that Meta is considering buying Google's AI chips and leaving Nvidia. So if you're a long-term investor in Nvidia, you better stay on top of that news. I am a long-term investor, right? If Meta switches, that's going to crush Nvidia's nuts. And you can see Google's running because of it. I don't own any Google. I own Nvidia. BBAI is at 618. I said the buy zone was 5 to 6. QBTS is 2280. I put out the buy zone in that. It touched it. These all touch buy zone, guys. If you didn't buy in, quit sitting on your hands. Ethereum's at 2,900. Support at 24. Resistance zone is 100 points around 3,100. If you want to learn how to do this, I offer a course you can buy with a money-back guarantee. I have a free Discord. If you go to my link in my bio, inside that free Discord, you can join my VIP where you can trade with me every day and learn every day for $199 a month. Guys, that's dirt cheap. I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's go look at tickers. Let's see what you got for me. Let's see. See if anybody has any tickers. Hopefully you guys are prepared for the holiday. See family and all that stuff. All right, no questions or tickers. I like it, guys. But if you have any, you're welcome to throw them in as I get into my pre-market volume leader. And again, if you're in Nvidia, be careful. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but monitor your stop loss. That would be a severely negative catalyst. Arters 1 RR. If you're talking risk reward, when I enter these trades like this, I go 1-to-1, usually hunting 10 points. So, as an example, gold. That would be my trade plan. I'll probably split entry this one. If the true read happens at the green line, it would look like that. And then I have VWAP defense to help protect my loss. If I wanted a tighter stop loss because 1-to-1, I could go 1-to-2 by going 5 points because I have VWAP there. And then 1 up. There you go. That's how I teach my guys. That's how we succeed. All right, pre-market volume leader, guys, is Ruby, R-U-B-I, right there, R-U-B-I. It's a pre-market volume leader with a move up of 68% on news of revenue backlog. So they've backlog found $212 million. You know, I often have that problem, right? Like I'm stumbling through my underwear drawer and bam, there's $212 million that I fucking forgot about. It's kind of what the U.S. government does, you know, like when you read about all this news. Well, they mysteriously found, $700 billion. Well, how do you just A, lose, and how do you just find? But nonetheless, this is happens to you, doesn't it, Dave? You check your truck, you find some lint, and you find, $700,000 just sitting there you forgot about. Damn it, I was supposed to deposit that in the bank. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm here for your entertainment. Not only do you learn how to trade, you become a successful trader, you're entertained. All right. Ruby is a pre-market volume leader with a move up of 68% on news that revenue blocking. Previous day close was 15 cents. That's your low fib. 15 to 16 cents right here. I got it like at 16. Pre-market high at 26. That's your fib field. I trade these differently than I do my futures, guys. This is a skill on into itself. We got to know what that daily VWAP is. There would be a VWAP right here where you see this green candle. If I threw it in, it's going to be almost identical to this one. Almost always on these catalysts. So I was asked the other day, do I set a catalyst VWAP? Generally, yes. Like for long term, it would be important, but on this day trade, it's almost identical. Oh yeah, so Dave, you just find a bill for $700,000 in your truck. All right, so my area of interest is this green box between 20 and 23 cents, and I'm hunting 10%. If this thing takes off, right, off of this, there is upward potential to this white line because it's my magical white line, my mysterious white line that says that it may go there, but it's probably going to hit it and bounce down. So that's the upward price target. Doesn't mean it doesn't break, but it doesn't do it the first time. Anybody know what that is? I'll clue you in. It's the IPO anchored VWAP. It's also the all-time high anchored VWAP. So it's going to struggle at 28 cents, but if you can get in around 20, you can get your 10%. First area of resistance will be the daily VWAP. Second area of resistance would be the pre-market high. Third area of resistance would be the IPO anchored VWAP. It's that simple, folks. It is that simple. Let me see if you guys have any questions. You guys are easy today. All right. Awesome. Guys, come join my group for 7 days. Let me prove it to you that you'll learn and you'll become successful. I'm going to head over to that group right now that pays to trade with me. I'll be back here tomorrow. It'll be the last trading day this week, the day before Thanksgiving Eve. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.